Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of What's Really Happening in Southern Utah, the Entertainment Edition. I'm excited about today. We've drug a cowboy out of the warm weather down there in Leeds, Utah to come up and visit with us. Everybody, this is Dillon Jones. Say hi, Dillon.
How's it going?
Good, good, good. We're excited to have you. We saw you on Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
Big fans already. We're excited.
You.
We're going to get to hear you play a little today.
Yeah.
But first, tell me about how you got started, just your life down there in Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds. I mean, I was raised in Leeds, been there most of my life. I'm in St. George right now, but hope to get back someday. My parents moved down there actually before I was born, a couple of years before, to start a ranch with quarter horses.
Good.
At the time, they were living up in South Jordan. My grandparents started a ranch with elk and buffalo that they would raise, and then apart from that, they had a ranch in Colorado. And in Colorado, they would guide elk hunts. And so to go along with the elk hunts, they needed these good old horses to ride. And so they came down here to Leeds to start up the horse operation, to send up to the hunting and all the guiding that was going on up there.
Beautiful. Sounds like a good life to be born into right there.
Awesome. So I basically got born into the horse industry down there in Leeds, and we've just been there ever since. So,
good.
Yeah.
Now your music background. How did you get started in the music?
So my dad, he actually played drums for a while through high school into college. He liked to play guitar a little bit. My mom, I believe, actually to UVU had a flute scholarship, so she was musical as well, just in a little different genre. Anyways, and then that got my sister into playing fiddle. And with fiddle, they needed guitar and all the other stuff. So we started a bluegrass band as a family. And from there, we started doing little shows in St. George and around, and that's where I got started. I was playing, the spoons, kind of doing percussion at first. I played ukulele for a while. And then I swapped ukulele with my dad because he was playing rhythm at the time when I started playing rhythm a little bit better. We don't tell him that, but started playing a little bit better. And then ever since then, I've just kind of kept with guitar.
Good for you. And how many people are in the family?
There's 6 kids.
Okay.
And then my parents. So there's enough of us to go around.
And all 6 kids play something?
Yeah, we do. Anything from singing. We got keyboard players, 2 or 3 of them play fiddle, and a couple play guitar. We got another drummer. My son's probably going to play drums at some point too. He loves that. So.
Good, good.
Yeah.
And the age range for the family?
So I'm second oldest. I got an older sister she'd be about 27 now. And then the youngest sister, she is coming up on 12, I believe. So.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing like music in the family.
Oh yeah. All the time. We get together and we'll just pull out instruments and play. So.
And tell us about some of the shows you've played. Some that stand out to you.
Yeah, a lot of the ones just in town. I opened up for John Ford Coley at one point when he was in town. He played at the Electric Theater in St. George. I've played up in Bryce Canyon a few times with Tim Gates.
Oh,
he's a great guy.
We talked about
super
him. What
great.
A talented man and
He's
a genuine
talented.
person.
Yeah. And then right here from Cedar City, you've got Chris, and
yes,
I love
Chris
that
Peterson.
guy, and so I played with him at one point too. That was my contact to get to Tim, actually.
Good
I played
for
with
you.
Chris Peterson
Good
first.
for you. And you were up in Ebenezer's then?
Yep.
And just part of the show? Did you give Tim a night off, or what did you do?
Yeah, anytime that there was somebody off or Tim had to go somewhere, I'd come and fill in for him. So
perfect.
It was awesome. I loved it up there.
They've got that big Christmas show coming up on the 18th.
Do.
Yeah, if it's not sold out now, it's going to be sold out pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, good. A solo little bit. Do you do any of that?
Yeah, I actually play weddings, oddly enough. That's just a genre I picked up. I mean, not exactly country weddings, but I'll sing some stuff that I'm not used to just to get some more gigs, and then restaurants as well. Down in St. George, like Angelica's. It's kind of a Mexican restaurant. Super good food too, but they have this little outdoor venue that I set up and play solo gigs in there and just kind of jam away. So.
Well, good. How old are you?
I'm 26.
26.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a good way about you.
Well,
we're excited to hear.
Blame it on my parents, I guess, huh?
You married with a son?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so my wife, and we're probably going to have another one here in 2 or 3 weeks.
Good.
We're due on the 1st with a girl.
Good for you.
So.
Well, you need to start that band early.
I know.
How often does the family play together?
It depends on the time of year, but we've done up to 3 or 4 gigs an entire month. So, yeah, we stay busy with it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Get back to the horse ranch in just a little bit.
Yeah,
because
sure.
that's exciting to me.
So, yeah, we started mostly just for riding horses.
Okay.
When we moved down here, the ranch sold in Colorado. It was less for packing and things, so we moved into rodeo industry. And most of the horses we have now are geared towards specific bloodlines in horses or in rodeo. Okay. So there's like Sunfrost for barrel racing. We got an own son of that, an own son of Firewater Flint, which is a deceased line actually. He was an AI stud that we got. Okay. Super cool. That one's quarter horse racing, so a lot of speed. We got Hancock, Ike, Driftwood, stuff from the Funny Bee Ranch, just all over the place. We just got good quarter horses for ranch and rodeo work. So, yeah, we have horses all over from Mexico that go and compete in the rodeos down there, through Vegas, California, a lot of just this western side of the states. So,
well, how soon are we going to see some of your horses at the NFR?
Oh, hopefully soon.
Good.
Yeah, if I were any good, I'd take one down, but I'll stick with guitar for now.
Did you ever try that at all?
A little bit. I did some roping, and I tried bulldogging, but you don't really need the horses for that. Yeah. But I'm just too small of a guy to really make the rough stock work well. So.
I get it.
But
I get it. And they earn their money. Good night.
Oh, yeah. So
on the music.
Yeah.
You write a little?
A little bit. Yeah, I've actually had a lot of contacts, from Tim and the other ones, and then a really good guitar player that's in Nashville. He's kind of a mentor to me. We talk a lot. Fred Brokehurst, he's actually from Amsterdam, Holland, of all places, but lives there full time. He was touring. I can't remember which band he was with, but he was off on touring for a while, and now he's back just kind of filling in for bands in Nashville.
Good.
Super good guy, great player, who's helped me just kind of figure out kind of a good tone to go with.
Well, good. Hold that thought, because I want to know how you met him. Yeah. We're going to wrap things up for just a minute, but we'll be back in just a second with more from Dillon Jones. I'm Roger Alcott with another edition of What's Really Happening in Southern Utah, the Entertainment Edition. Here with me is Dillon Jones. Great kid. Anyway, I'm excited to talk to you. Tell me, we left off, you were just talking about Fred, kind of a mentor to you in your songwriting.
Yeah, so when I was playing up at Bryce Canyon at Ebenezer's, when Tim would have to take a night off, he was lead vocals at the time, I'd kind of fill in for him, and
those
Fred...
are tough shoes to fill.
Oh, talk about it, yeah. I was a little bit below par, we'll just put it that way, but Fred was above par on the guitar for sure. Okay. And so he came in as like a session musician. He played a lot of things just in Nashville and plays for a lot of bands, but he came in and was playing lead, and so we would kind of find a good niche together and feed off of each other, and he taught me a lot while I was there. So that just influenced a lot of kind of what started afterwards with the Jones Family Band that we're doing now. So what we've done a lot of is a lot of swing dancing type music. So there's a swing dancing group in St. George that that's kind of where we did our first real show together in that genre, and it was awesome. And so boot, scoot, and boogie all night long.
Beautiful.
So it was great, really fun.
Beautiful. How many years has your family been actively playing?
Yeah, so let's see. My sister started probably about 5.
Okay.
And then I started probably about a year after, just musically, nothing really special or significant, but then we both just kind of progressed together to the point where we're just kind of a nice mesh. And then my dad still plays drums, and my mom picks up the bass for us, and we just run with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, now to bring up a sad subject, COVID.
Yeah. That affected a few things.
Tell us how'd your family work through that?
I remember when COVID first hit, I think we had 4 booked gigs that instantly dropped off. And I was sitting there like, oh, this is a bummer. Like, I would love playing. We're like finally catching some traction. It's really nice. And so it changed a lot of things. It gave us a lot of downtime to practice, which was great. We loved doing that. And we'd, in the family room, just kind of get together and play every once in a while. And I kind of started doing more things on my own when COVID happened. Turned to social media a lot. And I was recommended to TikTok, which I don't like really watching TikTok, but there's a need for good musicians out there. So
Oh, that's just
you
fun.
ought to get one.
Well, yeah, I should.
I'd watch you if you were
My
on
kids set me up 4 or 5 years ago, probably, and I have yet to make a post.
there. Really?
Yeah, on Instagram as well. Yeah, so I'm
Well,
just
well, maybe one of these
an
days.
old dog trying to teach us new tricks.
Well,
and stuff.
yeah, but so what I mainly started doing is with this new kind of swing dance genre. I was playing electric guitar, and I was learning that chicken picking style. And every time I'd learn something that I just loved the sound of, or one of these hit songs, I'd post a little video and just see kind of what people liked. And
Perfect.
I gained a lot of traction there. And that concert I opened up with John Ford Coley, that actually came from one of those types of videos. Just a solo act on a guitar and a little bit of vocals. So.
That is awesome. Have you got quite a few followers?
As of today, somewhere around 7,000. But
Good for you.
I haven't had TikTok long, so.
Well, we hope this will at least have
Right.
7,005, 7,010. The possibilities are endless there.
There you go. But it's been fun. It's kind of morphed a lot of the way that you almost advertise music, which is kind of nice. It's social media is a platform where you can throw little small clips of intriguing music that you wouldn't find anywhere else, or you kind of skip the boring stuff that's in songs and just kind of stick with the things that are musically intriguing. So.
Have you had one, what you thought, kind of a breakout moment or a lick or something that you put down where all of a sudden overnight you jumped?
It was Good Time by Alan Jackson. Okay. And I just played the intro and the solo smashed together on my electric guitar, and it blew up overnight. It was kind of crazy. I think it's at 200,000 views just almost instantly. And for me, coming from, 17 people
That's
in Leeds,
huge.
Utah, I'm like, this is the most people I've ever even heard of.
Well,
so,
if you take requests, when you pull out that guitar, we're going to have you play that then.
Good.
Okay?
Yeah.
Hey, we will be back in just a minute with some more from Dillon Jones. Stick around. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of What's Really Happening in Southern Utah. This is the Entertainment Edition with Roger Alcott. And today's guest is Dillon Jones, a great kid from down in Leeds, Utah, part of the Jones family band, and does a little solo stuff. I'm kind of excited to hear this. Glad you brought your guitar with you.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the influences in your life, some of the musical influences.
So I grew up, I'm born in 95, so all of the 90s, that kind of golden era, was on the radio all day long. And, we worked the ranch all day long and kicked on the radio. So, Alan Jackson on all day long, Brad Paisley, Garth Brooks, Brooks and Dunn, they were just all booming at the time. And so that's really what I not only loved listening to, but what I pretty much listen to most of the time now. There's a few of those newer songs that catch my ear every once in a while, but for the most part, I'll always just jump back to those guys.
Understand.
Yeah.
Understand. Hey, play us something. Play us something from a Brad Paisley song.
All right. This is one of the first Brad Paisley songs I ever learned and performed. So it's a good one. I love it. Well, I've got some big news. The bank finally came through. I'm holding the keys to a brand new Chevrolet. Have you been outside? It sure is a nice night. How about a little test drive down by the lake? There's a place I know about where the dirt road runs out. We could try out the four-wheel drive. Come on now, what do you say? Girl, I can hardly wait to get a little mud on the tires. 'Cause it's a good night to be out there soaking up the moonlight. Stake out a little piece of shoreline. I've got the perfect place in mind. It's in the middle of nowhere, only one way to get there. Gotta get a little mud on the tires. Moonlight on a duck blind, Catfish on a trot line, sunset's about 9 this time of year. And we could throw a blanket down, crickets singing in the background, more stars than you can count on a night this clear. I'll tell you what we need to do is grab a sleeping bag or two and build us a little campfire. And then with a little luck, we might just get stuck. Let's get a little mud on the tires, 'cause it's a good night to be out there soaking up the moonlight. Stick out a little piece of shoreline. I've got the perfect place in mind. See the middle of nowhere, only one way to get there. Gotta get a little mud on the tire.
Dillon, you are the real thing. That was
Thanks.
impressive. You got great tone, and of course that Martin sounds good too.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is fun. It's things like that that make me want to just go ahead and set my mic down and just walk away and just clap for the rest of my life. That's pretty awesome. You got a
thanks.
good future ahead of you, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah. How about playing something that you wrote?
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
Tell us a little bit of the story behind it.
Yeah, this one's it's actually kind of, I haven't written anything up until about 2 or 3 years ago is when I first wrote like anything, and that's this song here. I was at the John Ford Coley concert.
Okay.
Driving home, I mean, it's probably 11:30, 12, somewhere around there once I got all my gear back in. Driving down the freeway back home, and there's just this one line of the chorus that popped into my mind after doing this concert, and it kind of just explained the experience that I'd went through and kind of what I was thinking for music, you know, and how it influenced it.
That's a pretty big deal opening.
It was
for
huge.
him.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
that's
was a
huge
really good
opportunity.
experience for me to play with somebody who, you know, had lived that music life and really gone out and performed and recorded and wrote songs and everything. So it's the first thing I've ever written, so it's not produced. No one's really heard it yet. So if you
Well,
like
let's hear it.
then that'll be a win. So. I wish those 9 to 5s paid a little more. So far these dreams ain't made it out the door. And every day I listen to the life I love, singing covers of the ones I trust. But the lights are on in a stage across town, and some big name is throwing his lyrics down. I got an old guitar that I've come to love. With high hopes I'll be right up with those big shots who made it in the heartland, strumming away like some Nashville band, dreaming someday I could be in that celebrity club. Going slow and the rent is high, doing what I love is barely getting by. The radio keeps looking for the best show. Will I make it? I just don't know. But the lights are on in a stage across town, and some big name is throwing his lyrics down. I got an old guitar that I've come to love. With high hopes I'll be right up with those big shots who made it in the heartland, strumming away like some Nashville band, dreaming someday I could be in that celebrity club. three-chord story that come from the truth. It's gaining heart and soul from folks' reviews. And the lights are on in a stage across town. I'm throwing my lyrics down. I got an old guitar that I've come to love. With high hopes I'll be right up with those big shots who made it in the heartland, strumming away like some Nashville band. Dreaming someday I can be. I'm dreaming someday I can be. I'm dreaming someday I can be in that celebrity club.
Oh my gosh,
Something
that's
like
the
that.
first song you ever wrote.
It's the first one.
Well, it's going to make those of us who have tried a long time hate you. You know that?
Well, other than the fact that I messed up the second verse.
Well, it
but
sounded good from here. I
Thanks.
hear a little Brad Paisley in there. That's fun.
I know.
Yes.
I mean, he's a huge influencer for me, so big time, especially on vocals, I think.
Yeah. Anyway,
So.
you've got that covered. You do a great job.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you know any Chris Ledoux?
I mean, I've played a lot of Chris Ledoux stuff. I really love his stuff. I don't know. Let's
Because
see.
with your lifestyle and your talent,
Yeah, you know, it's funny.
you
I
just seem like a good fit.
I don't know. I've tried to lyrically write a few stuff like him, mostly because he's out here on the West. You know, he
He's the
didn't
real
care
deal.
about Nashville.
The real
He
deal.
didn't want to relocate and live there. That song, "The Western Skies," I feel like I just live that sometimes. Where I'm like, I'm not gonna move out there and do music stuff. I'll just do it here. Like, who cares if I go big? But I love it in Utah. You know.
Well, awesome. Hey,
But-
we appreciate you coming out. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, and we hope you'll come back.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you'll remember us when you get famous.
You bet.
Okay. Everyone, thanks for tuning in today and watching another edition of What's Really Happening in Southern Utah. I'm Roger Alcott, and we'll look for you again next time. Thanks so much.